About things that make one a good mediator. Joining us once again is the Baroness Juliane von Schmeling from the Baroness Family Law Consulting in Wilkes-Barre. Juliane, good to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Dave.
When it comes down to mediation, I would imagine one of the things that's probably tops on the list is to have some higher level of education.
Yes, it's definitely beneficial because you have to grasp a variety of concepts. You have to understand a lot of technical things sometimes, or just have a certain level of comprehension. That's really important.
Now, you mentioned that a law degree isn't something that's necessarily required, but optional might be a nice addition to have.
A lot of times it's contraindicated, as I say, but it's helpful in terms of understanding what the parameters could be in the legal environment, but it is definitely not expected to be a practicing attorney or even be barred or anything like that in order to be efficient and productive in that field.
Now, a good mediator may also have training in other fields, correct?
Yeah, I find that extremely important because depending on what area of mediation you go into, you need to be able to understand the environment you're working in. You need to understand the problems. I find a little bit of background in psychology, for example, very useful. Some of the technical degrees or a background in administration or finance are extremely helpful, especially when it comes to divorces. Understanding how finances work, I find extremely important.
Now, you're a member of the PA Mediator Council. Tell us a little bit more about that.
This is, since mediation is not regulated as, for example, lawyers are regulated through the American Bar Association, mediators are not quite at that level yet. So to belong to an organization that standardizes the work, I think is very important. And the Pennsylvania Council of Mediators is as far as I know, the only one that's really known in the state of Pennsylvania. It's in Harrisburg, and annual meeting is continuing education is offered there. So I find it very important.
And Juliane, when you're trying to help people settle a dispute, I'd imagine having a good track record of integrity and confidentiality, all important to the mix as well.
Again, it belongs to the ethical standards, but since we're not regulated in the common sense or licensed with license numbers and so on, it's a little harder to track. So you want to find somebody where you can expect to have a certain level of ethics and morals, especially when you're dealing with two people in a very contentious divorce. The clients need to be able to believe that you will keep information that they share with you in private, that you will keep that private. It's not coming out in a bar somewhere, coming out later on in a different context. I mean, that's very important. And as a business consultant for decades, I'm very used to keeping private information, confidential information, such.
And Juliane, for our viewers that would like more information, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can go on our website at thebaroness.biz or just call the office at 570-814-3563.
All right, she is the Baroness Juliane von Schmeling from the Baroness Family Law Consulting in Wilkes-Barre. As always, great to have you on the show, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, Dave. We'll see you.